Well, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook, YouTube people, American citizens all over the country, it's happened again, Minnesota. Another person shot and killed. This guy was shot 5 times by federal officers. And if you look at the picture behind me, you can see that I'm gonna be leaving that up for a while, because we have, on the one hand, we have the good versus Darth Vader, who is Trump, the evil-minded piece of shit that he is. And all he has to do is just get ICE out of Minnesota and get it over with. But this is getting ridiculous, and I want you guys to check this out, because I'm literally freaking out at this point, because this can happen to any city, any state. It needs to stop. We need to start. Anyway, here we go.
To avoid the area if possible, and the people who are in the area, we understand your frustrations. This is not sustainable. But we need people to leave the area at this time.
Is the National Guard involved?
We have communicated with the National Guard. They have been on standby for several days, and we have ensured the National Guard, as well as all of the local law enforcement partners, are aware of the situation.
Chief and Mayor, if I can ask you, this is a statement from Tricia McLaughlin, spokesperson for DHS. She said in her statement, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. Seen here, they showed a picture of it. The officers attempted to disarm the suspect, but the armed suspect violently resisted. More details on the armed struggle are forthcoming. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid. Is that what happened?
So Minneapolis Police, the question was, you read a statement from DHS saying that a weapon was presented and there was attempts to disarm the person. Again, like I stated earlier, Minneapolis Police, as well as our supervisors, our watch commander, responded to the scene. We were not provided any public safety statement around the incident, what happened. We have since seen a video that is circulating online, like thousands of other people have at this time. So we do not know what happened prior to the recording that is online right now. I immediately called for the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension to respond, to conduct an investigation. They are on the scene. I believe the FBI is on the scene as well. But I think the video speaks for itself. What I can tell you is we have identified this person, 37-year-old white male, resident of the city. The only interaction that we are aware of with law enforcement has been for traffic tickets, and we believe he is a lawful gun owner with a permit to carry.
Chief, can you clarify, was MPD cut out of this investigation? Has the BCA been cut out, as we've seen from the 2 previous shootings?
The question was, has MPD been cut out of the investigation, and has the BCA been cut out? As I stated, I immediately requested the BCA to respond. It's my understanding that they are on the scene. I have not heard anything otherwise. There was initially some information was relayed to me over the radio that our officers were told that they were either not needed or could leave, and I gave a direct order to ensure that Minneapolis Police maintain the scene, as well as other state and local law enforcement.
Can you talk about the discrepancy?
Do you know whether it was multiple officers involved in the shooting or one officer, and do you know their whereabouts? Are they in custody at all, or still on the scene?
So the question was is there multiple officers involved in the shooting? That is the preliminary information. That is our understanding, that it was more than one law enforcement officer involved in the discharge. And again, there is public video that shows several law enforcement officers in a scuffle with someone.
Can you talk about the discrepancy? The initial reports said that the victim here was 51 years old. The information that you have, where is that from?
So the question was, the initial reports said the victim was 51. The information that I have is we sent Minneapolis police officers to the hospital with the individual who was shot, and they have since identified that person.
2 more questions.
Do you have a name of the individual who was shot?
I do, and I'm not releasing it.
Are you able to talk, have you been able to talk with ICE and Border Patrol officials to ask them to please be in on this, or have you talked to them, or have you been rejected?
The question was, have we talked with federal law enforcement to be in on this? We have had conversations with Homeland Security Investigations this morning. We are told they do not have any information to share at this time, but we will attempt to maintain those communications going forward.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Do you believe that they have no information to share at this time?
The question was, do I believe that they have no information to share at this time? I don't know if the individual that we were in contact with would or not. This is a Saturday morning. And just like it was for us, it was a scramble to do an emergency recall and to get people to the scene.
All right, thank you guys. We'll have more information if we get any later throughout the day.
Well, I don't know what to say. I'm in so much shock over the last couple weeks here of what's been going on. I can't even get my thoughts together. I'm so pissed off. These freaking people, man, are just insane. How can you go out in the streets and kill American citizens for no reason? Basically, that's what's going on. They're just, so what? The guy had a gun. He had a permit for it. We need to do something. It has to happen. It has to happen. Trump needs to stop this. They need to get out of Minnesota. They need to apologize to the American people and never do this again. It's that simple. And here's another thing that really pisses me off. J.D. Vance and Donald Trump both have immigrant wives. Where's the bullshit out of that? Why aren't they arresting them? Neither one of them are legal. I don't know. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed off. I'm a veteran, and I did not vote for Donald Trump. I voted for Kamala Harris, and I wish the fuck she'd have won the election. Now, it's just insane to me how they can keep doing this. I don't get it. I literally don't get it. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. This was a impromptu kind of a thing where I had to say something about what's going on today and this shooting. As soon as I get more info and what's going on and what they're doing about it, I'll jump back on and give you all an update of what I find out. And believe me, I'm not going to be posting bullshit. Everything that I post and do is going to be truth. So help me God, I swear. That's all I'm going to be posting, truth. So having said that,